Imagine this. A young star returns to the scene of past glory with unfinished business and a fire in his belly. Joao Felix is back at Chelsea, and this time, he's not just visiting, he's here to stay. After a roller coaster loan spell, Felix has signed a 7-year deal with the Blues, setting the stage for redemption, drama, and a whole lot of flair. But will he shine as Chelsea's next great hope? Or will the weight of expectations crush his potential? This is more than just a transfer. It's a second chance at stardom on one of football's biggest stages. The comeback kid, Joao Felix's return. Joao Felix is back at Stamford Bridge, and this time it's permanent. After his 6-month loan spell during the 2022 and 2023 season, Chelsea has pulled the trigger on a blockbuster 7-year deal to bring the talented Portuguese forward back to London. Felix's return is generating waves across the footballing world, and why not? His first stint at Chelsea was filled with moments of magic, though it didn't quite set the world on fire. Now, with a new lease on life and a long-term contract, Felix has the opportunity to prove that he can become a cornerstone of Chelsea's attack for years to come. After all, there aren't many 24-year-olds in world football who get a second chance at a club like Chelsea, and Felix will be eager to make the most of it. But could he live up to the hype? Only time will tell. But one thing's for certain, all eyes will be on him. Price tag drama. How much for a star? Joao Felix's transfer from Atletico Madrid didn't come cheap. Chelsea reportedly paid £45 million for his services, making him one of the most expensive players in this summer's transfer window. This move raised some eyebrows, particularly because Felix's previous loan spell at Chelsea wasn't exactly a smashing success. However, Chelsea's decision to invest heavily in the Portuguese star reflects the club's long-term vision. Felix is not just another big-name signing. He's a player they believe can be developed into a world-class talent. The £45 million price tag also reflects Chelsea's financial muscle and their willingness to back manager Mauricio Pochettino with top-quality additions. This investment puts pressure on Felix to deliver. But with a 7-year contract, he'll have time to justify the cost. Chelsea's transfer frenzy. What a window! Felix's arrival is just one chapter in Chelsea's ongoing summer transfer saga. The club has been on a spending spree, bringing in a slew of new faces as they look to build a squad capable of challenging on multiple fronts. From promising youngsters like Omari Kellyman to experienced players such as Marc Guiu, Chelsea's recruitment strategy has been a mix of future planning and immediate impact. The Blues have made no fewer than 10 signings this summer, signaling their intent to revamp the squad after a turbulent previous season. Felix, with his flair and creativity, is expected to be a key figure in this new-look Chelsea side. Whether this flurry of transfer activity leads to success on the pitch remains to be seen. But one thing is clear, Chelsea is not messing around. Conor Gallagher's departure. The trade-off. As Joao Felix steps through the doors of Stamford Bridge, Conor Gallagher heads in the opposite direction. The young midfielder, who spent 18 years at Chelsea, had joined Atletico Madrid in a £33 million deal. While Gallagher's departure marks the end of an era for him at Chelsea, it also opens up new possibilities for Felix. The Portuguese forward now has the chance to establish himself as a key player in Chelsea's attack, freed from the competition of Gallagher in the midfield. Gallagher's move to Atletico Madrid may have surprised some fans, but it was part of Chelsea's strategy to streamline their squad and raise funds for new signings. For Felix, it means more opportunities to make his mark, especially with Gallagher's creative influence no longer in the picture. Felix's first stint at Chelsea. A mixed bag. Joao Felix's first stint at Chelsea was something of a mixed bag. While he showed flashes of brilliance during his loan spell in the 2022 and 2023 season, consistency was hard to come by. Felix scored 4 goals in 16 Premier League appearances, making him Chelsea's third highest scorer that season. Not bad for a player who had only a few months to adjust to the demands of English football. However, injuries and tactical adjustments under then-manager Graham Potter meant Felix couldn't fully showcase his potential. Now, with a full preseason under his belt and a permanent contract, Felix has the chance to settle into the team and make a more lasting impact. His first stint may have been a warm-up, but this time, he's ready to take center stage. The Simeone conundrum. Why Felix struggled at Atletico. Joao Felix's struggles at Atletico Madrid have been well documented, and much of it can be traced back to Diego Simeone's tactical system. Simeone's style of play is known for its defensive solidity and counter-attacking prowess. But it didn't suit Felix's more creative and expressive approach. Felix often found himself stifled by the rigid tactical demands placed on him, unable to fully showcase his flair and technical ability. His brilliance on the ball and vision were often sacrificed for the sake of the team's defensive structure, leaving him frustrated and unable to reach his full potential. At times, Felix's body language on the pitch reflected this disconnect as he appeared isolated and out of sync with Simeone's more conservative philosophy. At Chelsea, however, Felix will have more freedom to express himself in an attacking system that plays to his strengths. With Mauricio Pochettino at the helm, Felix will be encouraged to take risks, create chances, and play with the kind of freedom that he was denied at Atletico. This shift in environment could be exactly what Felix needs to reignite his career and establish himself as one of Europe's top talents. Felix's Barcelona stint, a detour in Spain. Before returning to Chelsea, Felix spent the 2023-24 season on loan at Barcelona, where he once again showed flashes of his immense talent. During his time with the Blaugrana, Felix scored 7 goals in La Liga and contributed 3 assists. However, it wasn't enough to secure a permanent move, as Barcelona had other priorities in the transfer market, focusing on financial constraints and other marquee signings. Felix's time at Barcelona wasn't without its challenges, as he faced stiff competition for a starting spot amidst a star-studded squad. Yet it also provided him with valuable experience, learning from some of the best in the world and adapting to a possession-based style of play. His stint in Spain may have been a detour, but it ultimately set the stage for his return to the Premier League, where he now has the opportunity to prove himself once and for all. For Felix, this brief chapter with Barcelona was an important stepping stone, reminding the world of his undeniable potential. Familiar faces, new goals. One of the reasons Felix is so excited to return to Chelsea is the sense of familiarity. Many of the players he played alongside during his loan spell are still at the club, and this continuity should help him settle in quickly. Felix has spoken about how much he enjoyed his previous time at Chelsea, and he's eager to build on those relationships as he embarks on this new chapter. The familiarity with the club, the city, and the league will give Felix an advantage as he looks to hit the ground running in his second spell at Stamford Bridge. With a new manager, new teammates, and new goals, Felix is ready to take his game to the next level. What's next for Felix and Chelsea? The stakes are high for Joao Felix as he embarks on this new chapter of his career. With a 7-year contract, Chelsea is betting big on the Portuguese star, and the pressure will be on him to deliver. Felix has all the tools to succeed in the Premier League: pace, skill, creativity, and an eye for goal. Now it's about putting it all together and becoming a consistent performer for Chelsea. The club's long-term vision includes Felix as a key piece of their puzzle, and with the support of his teammates and coaching staff, he'll have every opportunity to flourish. For Chelsea, the hope is that Felix can help propel them back to the top of English and European football. And that's the story of Joao Felix's triumphant return to Chelsea. Will he become the next Stamford Bridge hero or another expensive experiment? Only time and a few killer goals will tell. If you enjoyed this deep dive into Felix's journey, don't forget to smash that like button and hit subscribe. Stay tuned, folks.